Today we are going to be drawing a model of eclipses. So there are two types of eclipses that we need to draw. So first thing you're going to do is take your paper and just draw a line down the middle like so. Alright, now we have two halves. There are three objects that we have to draw for each eclipse. First one we're going to draw is Earth. Put a little green in there. We know that half of the Earth is receiving nighttime at all times, and half of the Earth is in the sunshine. So over here we're going to draw our sun. This is obviously not drawn to scale. We're not that close to the sun. We would burn up. Alright, next we are going to draw the moon. If the sun is on this side of the Earth and the moon is on this side of the Earth, sometimes there is a shadow cast by Earth, and that shadow can block the sunlight from getting to the moon, which then causes us to have a shadowy color of our moon, or very rusty appearance. This is known as a lunar eclipse. Lunar is meaning related to the moon. So this is when the moon is in the shadow of Earth. Let's flip it around. And now we're going to work on a solar eclipse. Last eclipse was lunar, and that was dealing with the moon. This one is solar. That means it is dealing with the sun. Let's start off with our sun this time. I'm going to draw our Earth again. We will once again draw that half of the Earth is having night and half of the Earth is having day. That's relevant to the eclipses here. If you look back at the lunar eclipse, when would you see a lunar eclipse? You would see it during the night and during a full moon. Back here though, with the solar eclipse, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to need our moon, but this time the moon is between the sun and the Earth. When would we be seeing a solar eclipse then? During the daytime. Alright, and for this particular one, the moon casts a smaller shadow onto the Earth. So we would see this during the daytime, and if you notice, only a small portion of the Earth would be able to see a total solar eclipse. We might be able to see a solar eclipse from up here, but it wouldn't be a full solar eclipse at this location for this particular solar eclipse. We had a solar eclipse a few years ago, and obviously since it's happening during the day, the moon is actually blocking out the sunlight from reaching this little part of Earth here, and it actually creates like a very dark moment for that particular region. Quite fascinating. However, since it's happening during the daytime and you would have to be looking at the sun because the sun is getting blocked out by the moon, it would require some special lenses in glasses or a special telescope in order to view a solar eclipse. You don't want to just stare at any type of sun exposure with your eyes for too long. So here's the difference. Solar eclipses is when the sun is being blocked out by the moon and it casts a small shadow on Earth, and it happens during the day. Lunar eclipse is when Earth is casting a shadow on the moon, and this happens at night.